Good evening, everybody. I'm sorry I'm late. I really am sorry I'm late. I was talking to the producer, Jason, making sure that everybody's got the links, and there they have. Yeah, absolutely got the links there. And I'm going to bring them straight on. I'm going to bring Lee on. And there he is.
Hi, folks.
I'm going to bring the broken one on.
Hi, boys.
Okay.
Hi, Donald, mate.
Right. JK is coming on a little bit later. He sent me a message saying I'll be on. He said, but I'll be a little bit late. And I'm going to just read these out. Arthur Schofield. Evening, Frank and Jens. Hope you're all well and ready to go. Absolutely. Paul Turner. Evening, Frank. Hope you and your family are okay. Thank you, Paul. Nice to see you. I've seen you before. I don't know. I just don't know. The Anfield Row. The Anfield Row. Evening, Frank and guests. All the thumbs up. 3 pints, 4 pints. Chasers. You name it. They're all there for us, lads. Aren't they generous? Aren't the boys generous for us?
Yeah, to a fault.
But what are we going to talk about tonight? I'm going to tell you, this is who we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about him.
The Jabster.
Going to talk about him. We're going to talk about him. And we're going to talk about this. And tomorrow's match. And as Steve Evans says, aren't you banned yet, Francis? Thank you. No, not banned yet. I have been banned off some things, to be honest. And Paul Turner says, yes, I've been on before, Frank. We spoke about the sound. Oh, that's you, Paul. Yeah, that's right. I mentioned that the day after, I was talking to some people. And I said, I like came on the best atmosphere, if I'm correct, Paul, was the San Etienne game. Nothing could beat that. I'm sorry there, Paul. Yeah. So, it's just one of those things that Steve Evans, he's a massive for this fella. Rag them Cockney blades everywhere tomorrow, ready men. And this is what we'll be talking about as well, tomorrow night's game. But the big talking point, as we all know, came over the weekend. And the resignation at the end of the season. Now, I'm going to go straight to you, Lee. When you heard that, what was your first thoughts about Jurgen Klopp's leaving? Hang on, before you answer. And also, you only found out the players were only told that morning as well. What was your first thoughts?
Shock, surprise, somewhat aghast. I was rather aghast. I was like, is this real? He signed a contract till 2026. People were talking about him signing a new one. But I went into internet morning. I didn't go on the internet for a day and a half. I just read my book and watched films. I didn't touch football for 36 hours after I heard. I couldn't be bothered typing, this, that. I just thought, I'll go into morning for 36 hours, shut down, no fussy. But then I come back to it there you go, he's going. But, I've loved every second he's been here. So, brilliant.
So they were your first thoughts?
Yeah.
You thought nothing else?
Apart from shock, no, I was like...
Okay, all right.
And then
Okay, let's handle what about you, Darryl? What did you think?
Well, first off, can everyone hear me okay tonight? No echoing?
Yeah.
Okay. I was actually watching Sky Sports News as it broke, and they normally take like a 3-4 minute break when it comes to Sky Sports, but it literally went off for 5 seconds and came straight back on and said, huge breaking news. Jurgen Klopp will leave Liverpool at the end of the season. And my whole body just You know, when you get the fuzzy feeling go through your body, the tingles, and I literally, my tears were falling down my face for at least 24 hours. I couldn't stop because I love the man. I love everything about him, and still gutted now that this has happened, but I still think something's going on behind the scenes. I still think something ain't right there.
Well, they were my thoughts, because I don't care who you are, whether you're Klopp, whether you're anybody. You don't come out in the middle of the season on a run-in. This is the final run-in. Every year, January is the final run-in. You're top of the league. You've got a foot in the final of the cup. You're still in the FA Cup, and your favourites to lift the Europa League Cup. Right? This is what's happening now. And he's built a team. And all of a sudden, he comes out and says, by the way, I'm leaving at the end of the season. Does your players know? No, I've just told them. I'm speculating there, because he did tell them that morning anyway, before he came out and said it. Don't you think that there's something more to what he's saying? Because I do. I really believe there's something more. You don't come up. Why didn't he leave it till the end of the season? Why? And don't give me, people can't give me by saying, oh, it could have been leaked. So what? Because no one would have believed it. No one. And if he wanted to leave in the middle, like now, why didn't he leave last season when we were so bad? Why didn't he leave? So you've got to look, and what did we blame? We blamed the owners for not investing. I always did.
Same here.
The owners never invested on the pitch, so that club could get on with his work. And even only last week we were saying, weren't we? After the Champions League win, great, we won the cup. You should have strengthened. The owners should have strengthened. And after the Premiership as well, we should have strengthened. We didn't. We never signed a midfielder of 4 years. The last midfielder was Thiago. And that shows you about the lack of investment, because Klopp must have known that we needed midfielders. We must have known. And that's what went through me. That's what I was thinking all the time, right through. You don't just say, oh, yeah, and accept it and say, oh, he's tired. I'm not having that. So I'm not having that.
I've accepted it, but that's why I stayed off the internet for a day and a half, because I didn't want to wear my fingers out typing things I've been typing since 2020 about FSG. I thought, what's the point there? Just forget about football for a day and a half. And I did, as best I could. Still
I understand that. I really do. And what you said before, Anfield Road said, totally agree. And Norman says, even in all, I was in the new upper Anfield Road against Norwich. Great view, but slightly bouncy underneath my feet. I was also in that end 2000 for Ronnie Moran testimonial when it shook under.
The last time I was in the Anfield Road was, in fact, the tickets in the kitchen. I found it. It was 2000 as well, Leicester. And they stopped us getting in the Champions League. That was the last time we were in the Annie Road in the bottom. I think it was 2000 before that other bit was on it. It was still just the bottom bit on its own, wasn't it, in 2000?
I was in the Cop, the San Etienne game of Paul Turner mentioned. And I've never known a roar like it.
Yeah.
When David Fairclough put the cards in. I've never, ever known a roar like it. And it seemed to lift the roof. It was incredible. And I've been to some semi-finals, I've been to finals, I've been at everything. I've never, ever heard a roar like that in my life. Don't forget that the... Back in the day, Well, can I finish?
Sorry,
Back in
mate.
the day, back in the day then, the Cop could hold 24,000 standing. 24,000 standing. And that's a big difference from what you got, like, say, like the Chelsea game, Chelsea semi-finals, if you know what I mean. It's totally different. You know, the Raw, albeit it's a mighty Raw, but it's not. It wasn't the same as the old standing Cop, where everyone just went and everyone swayed and everything else. But anyway, you know, that's that. And Paul says, yeah, I was devastated. It was my wife who told me at breakfast. I couldn't stop thinking about it all day, even being on holiday. Just gutted. Stephen Snape, Klopp's announcement has created an overwhelming sense of emotional devastation. Uh, we'll never know his real reason he's leaving. My only hope, it's nothing to do with his health. I don't think so, because when Francine, she phoned me up and she said, "Dad, he must be dying." I said, "No, he's not dying." I said, but she really thought that. And Paul Turner carries on by saying, "It doesn't make sense. You don't announce you are leaving when we are in the running for 4 trophies. Something doesn't fit right with me." And what I said, Anfield Rowe said, "Agree, Frankie boy." So there is something wrong. I'm not just saying that. I'm just going to go through these, lads, please. Just bear with me with these, because it's very important for us, this. I think there is more to it, says Norman. What I don't have a clue, there are numerous things that could be the reason. If there was a problem, say, Soulboy Fran, with the owners, he would have just walked away now, not stay till the end of the season. Okay, well, that's your opinion. On your point, Frank, says Anfield Row, FSG might be looking to get the middleman, Michael Edwards, back into Anfield. So maybe there was a possibility of a falling out when he left before. He's not coming here.
He's rejected us.
He's not coming here, Anfield Row. He said it. I don't want to go back there. Don't forget, it could have been a fallout. We don't know. But I always thought that Michael Edwards wanted certain players in, and he wanted to get rid of certain players. And those certain players we got rid of last season to bring in these new ones. I'm talking about the midfield. He wanted to get shut of them because he said they weren't fit for purpose. But nevertheless, wouldn't, and he wanted certain players, but there wasn't any money there. There wasn't any money there for him. So that's one of the reasons as well. Anyway, Brian Edley, good evening, lads. Well, gents, I was in the cup. John Barnes screaming against Villa. You know, we're talking about things, to be honest, Brian. We're talking about very important things. I will contact the club to see if anyone felt it shake under me, because there was a problem with it back in 2000, and structural engineer had a look at it. Paul Turner, the standing cop shook at the San Etienne game. I didn't know what was happening, being an 11-year-old. Says Paul, it was incredible. Benitez has spoken on it and only added to the mystery of him leaving. Yeah, he turned around. Yeah. That's not saying that. His wife, still. Yeah, sure. And Brian, 2 questions, lads. Firstly, I'm not happy with Big Verge's timing personally. Could have done without it. Add more glue. But what did you think of the statements? I'm thinking there will be an exodus of our best. Okay, let's go on. TW24, evening all, hope all is good with yous. Thank you, TW, we're all glad to discuss that. And Sleepy says, don't discount him taking a sabbatical for 12 to 8 months before he takes the inevitable step of the German national side. I think he'll go to another club, but it won't be here. That's why, look, I've been a lecturer, and you read what you read. You know, you read statements, you read everything. You read into things, and I always read into things. And when he said, "I'll never ever go back to the Premiership," if he didn't want any club football, what would he have said? Well, I'll tell you what he would have said. God blimey, it's not a hard question. He would have said, "I'm not going into any other club football." If I'm taking,
you wanted an answer then, yeah. No way. He just said he'll go back. I see him going back into club football in Germany in about maybe between 18 months and two years at the most. Like 12, I think longer than 12 to 18, maybe 18 to 24 months. I think he won't do nothing, and then he'll think, I'll give it a go, and he might pick up one of the better German clubs in the Bundesliga and have a go at that before he gives it a miss.
Well, that's it. You know, he would have said, "I'm not taking any other club football." That's what he would have said. Now there's big rumours and big hints, not just rumours, but hints. What club is really seeking him out?
I reckon Barcelona, Frank.
Barcelona, you're right, Darryl.
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Well, if Barca look at what he's done here with little money, with little net spend, they'll think, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Well, all right. These are good comments here. These are good comments. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read these comments. Now, Soulboy Fran, very, very important comments he's made. Do you think it's already sorted with the new manager, with all our backroom staff going? Okay, don't say nothing. Paul Turner says, I don't agree with Bruce Grobbelaar, and he should go for Graham Potter.
I didn't know he'd said it.
Hang on, I choked there. I'm feeling raw. Virgil was asked a question and answered it. Don't see nothing wrong with it, honestly. He also said he was going to do his best to bring more memories. Let's not forget, these guys are not Manchester United lot. Rubbish. Exactly. Good. Okay, we've discussed these. Norman says, gentlemen, do you think it could be something to do with the potential change of ownership, because Klopp is a proud socialist and would not want to work with a City, Newcastle type owner? Okay. These are all good points, but I want to go back to discuss these points, lads, if you don't mind. Yes, Frankie said he wouldn't manage in the Prem again, didn't say other leagues, says Brian Edley. And Paul says, sorry, not Paul, Norman says, Paul, I agree, I'd rather Derek Crotter than Graham Potter. And I'd rather have Brian Potter from Phoenix, right? So let's go back to what Soulboy said, which is a very good thing. Okay. And I'll go to you, Darryl, on this. Do you think it's already sorted with the new manager, with all our backroom staff going?
I actually don't think it is sorted, Frank, to be honest with you. If they known by November time, well, the owners, the Klopp told them, why would you be trying to get Michael Edwards at the weekend and things like that if they knew he was going in November? I don't think they've got no plan. I don't think they've got no ambition. I think that's why Klopp's walked out, because they've told him there's not going to be a lot there for him next season, maybe, or something like that. That's why he's just said, you know what, stuff you, I've had enough of this.
Do you know what? I was thinking, as I said, I look at the bigger picture, and you just don't come out. Honestly, if his wife was ill, he would have walked away then. Listen, I've got to leave. Right? He would have walked away then. So I dismissed that. Also, what I thought, that look at the Andre situation. He wanted that lad. He liked him. Andre from Fluminense, the Brazilian lad. And we all expected to get him in the summer. But no, Liverpool are waiting until, the clause in the January. And then all of a sudden, we started to back away from Andre. And everybody was saying that we needed a DM. And we still need a DM. This is what people are saying. I've said it, you said it, everybody said it. Now, what does that tell you? It tells you that there's no money to buy anybody. This is what it's all about. There's no money to buy anybody. So my thoughts were, he's asked for these players, and he said no, and he's gone, do you know what? I've had enough. I'll go at the end of the season. I'll play out this season. But I still think whether he just said it or not, I don't know. Whether that happened or not, I don't know. As I said, it's all speculation. But there was something more. And he should never, ever have come out and said that in the middle of the season, because it's upset everybody. And the reception he got against Norwich was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And he knows exactly what the fans are like. Do you ever remember the back end of last season or something like that? People, the cop and that was chanting his name during the game. And he said, didn't he, I don't want that. I don't want you chanting my name during the game. That sickened me. Because going back to Shankly, when I was going the game, we sang Shankly.
We did sing all
from Peter. We've sang a lot. Not one of them came out and said, don't sing my name. And that sickened me. I said, who does he think he is? There's the lads who are paying his wages, by the way. This is what people think to forget. FSG are not paying his wages. We are.
He said that the weekend as well, Frank, didn't he? He said in his interview, he said, I hear them singing my name now or something, didn't he? You hear him?
Yeah.
Can I say something, right? I think alternatively, he's been increasingly annoyed with VAR and its vagaries and the City not being punished already, when Everton and that have been punished already, and he's looked at it and went, are they ever going to do anything? Probably not. And my owners are tight. I might as well call it a day because I am mentally tired anyway. I think that's probably helped play a role. The fact that VAR's rubbish and seems to be against us specifically worse than anyone else. And City get all the decisions from VAR. I mean, it kind of helped when he was thinking about it, that and getting no money to compete with City and all their blasted money. Do you know what I mean? That kind of helped when he was thinking about it. He must have thought, do we need this?
But the thing is, we made 660 million profit. Think about that.
We did, yeah.
660 million profit.
Yeah, but FSG, right?
And there's no money.
We've got money, but FSG, right?
Unbelievable.
He's giving it to his other teams.
Sorry, what did you say?
He's giving it to his other franchises, like his ice hockey teams, and giving a player over there £1.2 million a week, whatever it is. It's disgusting.
Well, they've invested in golf, haven't they, as well? And look what they're on. Golfers, jeez. Anyway, TW74, I wish Henry and Werner would make a statement, because all these rumours could mess up our season. Lee, What do you think of that quote?
Well, first,
comment, I'm sorry. I wish Henry and Werner would make a statement because all these rumours could mess up our season, especially as well. What Darryl said before, about bringing in, trying to lay back Michael Edwards. You should never have let Michael Edwards go in the first place. Should never have let him go because Michael Edwards was superb in attracting players. And as I mentioned before, he wanted to get rid of the players we got rid of 2 years later. He wanted to get rid of them then and bring in the players that we needed, which now, we've got. But I'm not saying they would have been the same players, but they would have been the same quality midfield. And we wouldn't have finished where we did last season. Okay, that's me. So I wish Henry, do you think that, Darryl, do you think that Henry and Werner should make a statement and could it mess up our season?
Yeah. Well, you know what they're like, Frank. They don't kind of say anything. They don't come out with anything. You don't see them in the picture. They always get their side boys do it, like he did with Klopp. Gordon did it with Klopp on his interview at the weekend, didn't he? The American guy did it. And that guy who did it with Klopp looked so confident. Like I kind of got my hopes up thinking, this guy sounds really confident and it looks good and bright for the future. But then you hear all this stuff again with the Virgil van Dijk stuff, and then Edwards rejected us. But I know why Edwards has rejected us, because he's involved with Bolton and he's got a lot of money and a business invested in Bolton. Yeah. And that's why Bolton players are coming from Liverpool. Liverpool players are coming and going to Bolton because Michael Edwards has got a lot of money and he's got a business. So I understand why he's not coming to Liverpool, back to Liverpool, because he's got that. But with the owners, you don't hear from them, Frank.
Yeah, it's his own company, and they wanted to put him in a higher position. He went because of the owners. Lee, and go back to that comment there. I wish Henry and Werner would make a statement because all these rumours could mess up our season.
Can someone please confirm for me that Tom Werner is still alive? Because I haven't seen or heard of him in over a decade. The last time I remember seeing him was when we won the League Cup against Carlyle, mate. I haven't seen him since. Is he still alive? Is he?
Remember when I said a couple of weeks ago, I think we were talking about him, I think so anyway. And or I was on a pod, someone's pod. And I said, a steward, that's right, it was Jamie Phillips's pod. I said, someone had to show him the way to he went, when was the last time he went? And he asked the steward, can you show me the way to the office? His office, the chairman's office, and he was led to the office. That's our chairman of Liverpool Football Club. The greatest British football club.
I only seen him once after we beat Cardiff at Wembley in 2012, and he was in the dressing room and he went, "Go Liverpool," or something like that, and I was like, I thought Liverpool was good because I wanted us to go as well, but it was just the way he said it was dead American and funny. Go Liverpool.
I'm feeling raw. I'll just go through these. I've got a small feeling it could be Thomas Frank or Xabi Alonso. Says, and Norman says they're being linked with West Ham sporting director who appointed Alonso when he was at Leverkusen.
Yes, Tim Stein.
Yeah, okay. And he's good actually because he can pick some players himself. And Paul Turner says his wife loves Liverpool. That's why she persuaded him to stay. It doesn't add up. It was always going to be Jürgen or FSG lads, says Brian Edley. We all knew it. Only thing I'm surprised with, like Cara said, there would be riots. Now, that's a very, very good point, because suppose Jürgen came out, I'm not saying the man tells lies or anything, but he just keep a lock back. And he said, I can't work with the owners ever again. That's why I'm leaving. What would have happened? I'm just leaving you with that. Right? It's only what Brian said there. With these concerns, says Anfield Road, with these concerns on money, does the panel feel our next budget could be to cash in on Salah contract running down in 2025?
Yes.
Don't mention that yet. Don't mention that yet, because I want to go through some of these. Please, I'm sorry about this. I feel Jürgen is setting up the fans for a shock. Like Darryl is guessing, he is not having a rest, but going straight to another club. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's a new one. Jean Grey Mark II. Jean Grey, I loved it. Jean Grey Mark II.
I recognise Jean Grey from one of
I loved
the
it. But you know what? I love the Mark II. Jean Grey
Mark II, good, yeah. Hi, Jean.
I wonder if her mother's name's the same. Mark II, you know. Right. Must be, mustn't it? Anyway. Frank Carlyle, good on you, mate. You'll never walk alone. Good on with your platform on your way to 1K. Oh, thank you, Jean Grey Mark II. That's lovely, that. Thank you so much. Norman, they are never at games FSG, which is a disgrace. TW74, Bellingham cock-up was the beginning of the end for Klopp. I think they promised them Bellingham. I said that. I said it last week or the week before. Honestly, I said it the week before. I said it last year. I said it the year before. And not only him, but also Tuchmani. John Rooney, hello, John, needs to stop all this moaning towards Jürgen. Unbelievable. Well, this is it. No one's moaning. No one is moaning. They're giving opinions, John.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't give an opinion, what's the problem? If you can't give an opinion, it's like the Western narrative today. It's like these Palestinian protesters. They could be arrested for holding a flag. It's that, you know, it's freedom of speech, John. It's what you call freedom of speech. Simple as that.
All my moaning's been towards like outside forces, not really. I'm disappointed, but it ain't Jürgen. Jürgen's just tired of having to manage on a shoestring.
Of course. He's worked miracles. He's worked miracles.
Oh, Frank, I've got a little message for you, Frank.
Go on.
Can you see that?
Roy Hodgson.
Roy Hodgson, SOS.
Oh, God.
Stephen Snape says the Rounders team, the Red Sox, their supporters say all FSG's money is being spent on us. It's all a smokescreen for them to expand their portfolio, says Stephen Snape. Brian Edley, now is the time to start a massive protest. Rest of the season, it's going to affect the players, I think, lads. They are only human, but hopefully Ali, Trent, Verge, Jota, Nunes, everyone, McAllister, keep the faith. That's what he's saying. Of course we keep the faith. And don't forget, there's no one bigger than the club. No one. Nobody is bigger than my club, your club. Nobody.
Jürgen could have kept quiet until the summer if he really
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's upset a lot of people. He doesn't realise it. Why didn't he leave last season if all this, has come about? If he's tired, as he said he is.
I think he's done it so we can get used to the idea instead of just dropping it on us in the summer, and then gone. He's given us some time to get used to it, and hopefully the players can be dead motivated and we'll clean up.
No, I think he's done it because to stick one finger up at the owner's asses. That's what I think he's done.
Well, Bonkers LFC, Nat Phillips has gone on loan to Cardiff for the season. Brian Edley, lads, how many times from 2010 have we heard Henry or Werner speak on Sky, BT, LFC TV? Nat Phillips has more loans than the Glazers at the Manx. Francine says FSG will be here for a long time. And they're all saying hello. And Francis carries on by saying, we were always linked with players. Looks like it will be the same as managers. Hopefully, we don't get someone on a shoestring. And Soulboy says, where am I? Soulboy says, good news, Alcantara trained today. Return just around the corner. Well, when I was listening to Jürgen's press conference today, and he said someone mentioned mentioned about Thiago, and he said you can't hurry these injuries. He's been out a year. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah.
Look, we all know Thiago's a brilliant player, but saying that's just too much, mate. That's too funny, that. But go on anyway.
It's any manager in the world would love to manage us, but now these owners are that bad. For the first time, maybe managers will doubt themselves. Would we ever think of this? I don't know so much. I'd say that Liverpool is one of those draws that any manager would come here. I was looking at Jamie Phillips's podcast, and someone mentions Ancelotti, and I said, just imagine if he did come here. I put a comment up. Imagine if he came here. You can imagine the Blues, the bitter Blues, being more bitter than they are, and they would. And there's no way.
He lived around here. Well, not far. He only lived up the road where Carragher and that live.
Yeah. Anyway, I just hope we don't. I just hope we do what. Hang on. I just hope we don't do what other clubs do and have a constant change, because Klopp has brought us stability, continuity. Just wish this wasn't happening. Yeah. And Tony LFC. Now then, Frankie, Darryl, Ray, and there's your beers there. There's your beers. So listen, let's talk now about. Look, there's Jane there. Hey, Anfield Road, hope you're all well. That's nice, that. They're all letting on to one another. The Anfield Road back there. That's lovely, that. I don't mind them talking, Is an outside bet, because I'm just going on to about Xabi here. As an outside bet, I'd like Lionel Scaloni, World Cup winning coach, speaks English and is tactically clever. Just a thought, okay? Stephen Snape says it'll be a while yet, but Raphael Onyxstein is in line to ghostwrite. I think that's Klopp's biography. Don't shoot the messenger, but it's explosive and revealing a very possible cast, FSG, in a realistic light.
Can't
wait to read that.
Snapey is fluent in German. And obviously he reads the German press and everything else. And he knows these people, by the way. I think it's Jeff Ellison. I haven't seen Jeff for a while. I don't understand the timing of all this. Thank you, Jeff. I thought Jurgen refused a pay rise and all the backroom staff received one at Klopp's request at the start of the season. Did they all sign a new contract? I love what Klopp has done for the club, but I can't understand all this. It stinks. Thank you, Jeff. This is what we're going on about. This is what we're going on. People don't look at the bigger picture and they believe everything that they're being, or reading. Like this podcast, for example. People will believe what I'm saying, believe what the panel is saying, they believe in what, like the comments are made. But one thing is for sure, we're not stupid. We are not stupid people. We look and we see, we observe, we listen, we look, and see what's going on. And you just do not. I'm going to ask you, Lee, then you, Gerald, and just one quick answer. Just it's only a yes or no. This is. Have you ever heard a manager saying, I'm leaving at the end of the season, halfway through a season? Yes or no?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Can't remember who, but it's rare.
Oh, well, what about you, Gerald?
It has.
Well, after Klopp, obviously, Xavi did the same but for Barca after, but I've never heard it.
No. I think our JK's trying to get on here. I was just seeing his day that went away again. I was just going to bring him on. There he is. Okay. There he is. JK.
All right, boys. How you doing?
JK, man.
How you doing, Darryl?
All right, bro.
Everyone's arguing, JK. Everyone's arguing.
Can I pick Jeff up on the end of his comment? It says,
yeah, no, of course. This is what I want you to do.
Well, it stinks. And what was it Hamlet says in Macbeth? Something is truly rotten in the state of Denmark. Now, there is something rotten in something rotten's gone on and it stinks a bit, doesn't it? Like, something's not good in the background. It's giving off a malodorous whiff, isn't it? It's giving us
something rotten in the state of Denmark. Of course there is. And it's like Macbeth, isn't it? It's like Macbeth. When you see, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Think about that. Great quote.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if anyone does not like me saying this, but how Thiago can look at himself in the mirror and pick up his extreme wages while being at A&E is so wrong.
I think I could look at myself fine in the mirror if I was him. I think I'd probably have a smirk on my face, like a smug grin. It's not his fault he's been injured, really, like, is it? But it is a laugh, the wages, like.
Oh, poor Jean Gray, she says, answering Anfield Roar, she says, I'm okay, sweet. I fell and got an hairline fracture on my left wrist on Sunday. But, okay, I am painkillers, but good. Much love. Oh, I'm sorry about that. The horrible, especially on your wrist.
Hope it heals soon.
Wish you well, Gene. Hope you're okay.
Yeah, wish you well, Gene.
Good luck, healing.
I don't like anyone falling over and hurting themselves, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, or whatever. Anyone being hurt and in pain, because you feel pain, don't you? But you can't, show it if you know. You know what I mean, don't you? There are people. It's like mental health. You see people that are all right, but they're suffering inside, and that's what it's all about. At least Jean, Mark, great, is she's got physical pain, and that's what I'm glad about it, physical pain rather than any other pain she's suffering.
I can relate to Jane, Frank, because obviously I suffer with mental health myself, and I'm on a lot of medication anyway. I've been for the last 7 years, but we all go through some real shit times in life, and it just sucks as well, doesn't it? So, like now.
Yeah, but bro, you smile, so it's good. You
Yeah.
smile.
Another
You
age,
laugh.
Yeah.
You got to smile and laugh. I think life can get worse, you know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes we've got to appreciate how it is. It could be much worse. And I think you always got to look at the bright side of life. That's why if you support Liverpool, you know, it's that way of thinking. You're always positive. Losing 3-0 at half time, we end up winning it. That's how I see life, you know.
Well, yeah. You know, it's like I remember a couple of lads going to Scarborough for the summer season, and this is true. You go to the Scarborough summer season because what they do, they buy, a bouncy castle. They buy that. Anyway, they go there. They're going to make money. They said, and one of them is so funny, honestly. No names. So anyway, they get to Scarborough, but it's a gusty day, and what had happened? They were plastering all, like these little chairs. It was full of plasters as well, and that duct tape was full of them all over the place. But they had kids. Kids were going on, paying and whatever. And the next, a gust of wind came, gusted away. So, the bouncy castle was bouncing all along. And they were running after it. Then they seen the police pulling up. Then as they were running after it, they turned around and ran away. They ran away. I said, "Take away your time." He said, "Oh, we forgot." But and they're like things that can play on your mind, because that's what they said anyway. Right, I'm going to go through these, and I'm going to go back to JK. Just let me go through these. Anfield Road, John Rooney, nobody's giving him stick, lad. We're all being respectful. Here we all love it. Thank you, Anfield Road, because there was a lad who came on. I've never seen him before. And he said that, I'm fed up with people giving Jurgen Klopp stick. No one's giving him stick. This is this is Liverpool supporters. This is the state that we're in. Anyway, I want to go back to what I said before, and I hope I can get it. It's terrible doing this, It's terrible. Yeah, go back to this. I know. Jeff Ellison, I'm going to get your opinion on this, okay, JK? I don't understand the timing of all this. I thought Jurgen refused to pay rise, and all the backroom staff received one at Klopp's request at the start of the season. Did they all sign a new contract? I love what Klopp has done for the club, but I can't understand all this. It stinks. JK.
I think something's happened behind the scenes that I think health-wise could be something. It could be mental tiredness. It could be a few things. And at the end of the day, only Klopp knows what it is. So it could be something that the owners are doing that he don't like and it's stressing him out. Making documentaries and stuff like this, because they're very capitalistic, our owners, and they want to make money any way they can. And Klopp's he's like a home guy, he's like down to earth type of guy, and I don't think certain things he won't do, so we don't really know exactly what the problem is there. So, but I can understand the quick turnaround of him signing a contract, and all of a sudden in January he's saying he's quitting. So something's not right there, but I could just feel that he needs a rest, and I think that's what the bigger picture is. I think he needs a rest.
Yeah, okay. Well, Showboy France says Jürgen's on the shame at Dortmund to give them time to bring in the new manager.
Good comment.
Yeah, but this is Liverpool. This is not Dortmund. This is Liverpool. And I find it bizarre. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And but doesn't he realise? How can I put this? I remember my students, they were all coming up to their exams. And I was talking to them. And one of them said to me, and this was in I think the March, no, it was either the February or March. And they were all taking their exams then in the June, July. And they said to me, one of them said to me, "You're not going to leave, are you?" or anything like that, or, as we're coming up to the end of days to do our exams, you're not going to leave us. And I said, "Why would you say that?" He said, "Well, we can't get used to another lecturer coming in. Not only that, but, we're at your, command. What you're saying to us is so spot on, because what we want is your reassurance going into exams, because that's what you're like. With a new lecturer, we won't know what he's on about or she's on about. You're not going to leave, are you?" And I said, "No." And they were relieved, everyone. He was the spokesperson. I said, "Well," I said, "did you all think that?" And one of them said, "Yeah, we asked him to ask you." Because there was something going on with me, actually. And I was pissed off. I wanted to get away. Anyway, that's another thing. So it could affect. It could affect. And what I said as well on Saturday, I said we could, play in the next 5-6 games, win them all. Then all of a sudden, everyone's happy. We're going on great. And then all of a sudden, it could be a dip in form. But everything else, And then that's when Jürgen, they'll all start coming out and saying about Jürgen, it's his fault, he's done all this. Just imagine if we'd have got beat by Norwich. After saying, that morning when he told, the general public and the press that he was leaving at the end of the season, who would have been blamed? Who would have been blamed?
I can't wait to read this book. I hope Raphael Horrigstein does help or somebody helps, because I can't wait to read it. I reckon a potential extract might be Klopp saying, "Look, I'm getting on in years now," and Tom Werner got out of his crypt and came down to Anfield. I thought he was dead. This is an extract from Jürgen's potential book. He saw the hideous vision of Tom Werner emanating from his crypt and entering Anfield, and he thought, "Christ, I better retire now." If that guy.
Or a steward, if he's walking in and the steward stops him and says, "Hey, have you got a ticket? Who are you?" What can he say?
I'll tell you what, Frank. I just saw Holloman.
Yeah. Have you? What do you mean?
I just saw him come up and he went off.
Did he? JK, go on.
JK, you have got a video, you little liar. Come on.
No, I don't. I'm not as good looking as you, bro. That's all.
Hey, JK, we just saw you, Kevin Bacon, Hollow Man. Come on.
Leave him alone. He's all right.
Hollow Man.
Come on, let's
No, I genuinely asked yesterday on a Liverpool live stream, is Tom Werner still alive? Because I didn't know. I genuinely didn't know. I asked that yesterday on a Liverpool live stream, and no, I didn't get an answer, actually. I don't think I got an answer. It went unanswered.
I thought he was dead. I thought he was deadly anyway.
He might be. We don't know. He might be a walking zombie, but... Anyway, Stephen Snape, when I said that... Can I say this? When Stephen Snape said that, there's someone, this lad, this German is writing an autobiography. Now, it's different. An autobiography is from the mouth of the person. A biography, I could write a biography about Jürgen Klopp but it's not coming from his mouth, it's coming from me. Do you understand? So you've got to differentiate between a biography and an autobiography. And as I said, he speaks fluent German. He's worked in Germany as well. And he says, Susta deine Ausschreiben, whatever that is. Schwein.
Susta deine Ausschreiben, Alter.
Oh, well, there you go.
I speak some German too, so.
Ich bin nicht eine Ausländer, ich bin Deutsch. Ich bin nicht eine Ausländer, ich bin Deutsch.
Ich bin eine England.
Ich bin eine Ausländer, ich bin Deutsch.
Probably Hitler.
Yes. Yes, he did. Anyway, Jim Ferguson threatened to quit twice. Not the same, but let me know, lads. I think can't come out with that word. Get well, Jean Grey says. John Rooney. Sorry, fella, it's been a cheap shot. I take it back, but the forum doesn't really moan at Klopp. It's just that we're all making guesses on why is right. Thank you there. And we're all supporting Liverpool long before Klopp, and God please for us all, a very long time after he has left. And John Rooney replies to Anfield Road, okay.
I told you why it was, John. He saw Tom Werner, and he thought it was the Grim Reaper, so we thought he'd better retire when he saw Tom Werner. Saw Tom Werner's shadow.
We've got Redbirds, and he's talking to Jane. Jane shows to that blessing for a swift recovery. That's lovely, and that's a cracker. That's why we have each other, says Jane. That's lovely. That's a lovely little. That's lovely that to say that. That's why we have each other. And I'll just go straight to here. Jean Grey. Question and answers. Would you be happy with Ragnick or the guy at Brighton as our sporting director? I ask because I remember everyone saying these guys are boss at this position. Thanks. Ragnick is good. And yeah, the lads at Brighton, I think he was the sporting director for Leverkusen. I think it was. But what I've heard is that Liverpool are interested in bringing the present, I don't know his name, unfortunately, the present sporting director from Leverkusen.
Tim Stein.
Well,
yeah, Tim Stein, yeah.
Well, okay. He's not half clever.
I thought this Stein bloke is at West Ham. This Tim Stein or something.
Yeah, he's at West Ham now, yeah.
I've got to see what Jeff said. I've got to see it. Well, I don't know what. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. Jeff, if I've missed you out, mate, I'm awfully sorry. Paul Burke, Bob Paisley says he was packing us in halfway through the season, I think. But Bob Paisley has won us 3 European Cups and everything else. And we all had a little idea, to be honest, that he was going anyway. Thank you, gents and everyone, 100%, says Jane. Mark says, she's lovely, isn't she? She's a lovely girl.
Where's George tonight, Frank?
Sorry?
Where's Georgie tonight?
His wife as well, he sent me a message.
Oh, yeah, she's got vertigo, ain't she? Bless her. Hope she's all right.
And he said, I'll be back next week. I said, of course, don't be worrying. Don't be worrying.
No.
Your wife comes first. You know, help.
Mr. Carroll.
Yeah. My wife's got vertigo as well, and it's a really nasty thing. So, nasty.
It is nasty. But I'm going to go back to the Jean Grey's, lad. So I'll start with you anyway, Darryl.
Yeah.
Seeing that you're in a fine form, you know, with your voice. Is that okay?
Yeah, spot
The broken one, right? And Jean says, question and answer. Would you be happy with Ragnick or the guy at Brighton as our sporting D? I ask, as I remember everyone saying these guys are boss at this position. Thanks. Darryl.
Yeah, Ragnick's really good sporting director. The guy at Brighton's same as really. He's getting things done. He's bringing in South American talent and all over from South America for the right money. I'll be happy with anyone who just wants to get the job done. To be honest with you, Frank, someone who's got a bit of passion, fire, energy, and will stand up to FSG. Really, that's all I want.
Okay, Lee.
Not sure I'd be wanting Rangnick with the Man U association, and when he left, Eric Ten Hag came in. I mean, that wasn't very good, was it? Like, he was there and then Ten Hag come in, so I'm not sure I'd be wanting to see him as our sporting director. He's also got the mank thing on him, hasn't he? Like, he's got that hand on his shoulder, that, like, you know what I mean?
I thought you mean he's been tarnished.
Yeah, he's been tarnished, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, okay, it's a lot of things, isn't it? It's like Ancelotti. If Ancelotti came, you know, he'd be tarnished, you know, being Everton's manager. And I know people who have never forgiven Sammy Lee to go as the assistant with
Big Sam.
Yeah. Never forgiven him for that. You know, really during all this when we were playing in a derby game, made up.
If you allow me to say it, I'd go on ex-Everton, ex-Man U or ex-Chelsea. Others I could deal with, but not them three clubs.
Okay. All right, well, you, JK, what do you think of what Jean Grey says?
There's a lot of people who are sports directors, and at the end of the day, I think football used to be when it was the Shankly Paisley days and Kenny Dalglish. They didn't really have sports directors and analysts and data guys. They had nothing. They just had maybe a few scouts who they sent out, and then that was it. But nowadays, clubs need sporting directors because they do a lot of I wouldn't say the dirty work, but they do a lot of the work abroad, trying to get bargains in, quality players who could do well for the club, or if not, they can sell for a good price. So it's important for that whoever comes in can work with the next manager. Pretty cool. That's what the main thing is.
Football's global, in it now. You know what I mean? So, like in Shankly and Paisley's time, the scouts were looking in Britain because all the players were from Britain, apart from a handful. But now it's global, so you need like sporting directors, you need all this jazz, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well, okay, I'm going to go to this, and I'm going to start with you, Lee. Jeff Ellison says, I watched Jurgen's pre-match conference today on an LFC TV, and he was asked about VVD comments, saying he's not sure about the new manager coming in. Klopp said the fans should remain calm. Calm. You know, he's got that gift thing, you know, like... we love the club, and I, for one, would hate to see a mass exodus. Lee?
Well, I wasn't surprised to see Sky run a big story yesterday about Virgil potentially leaving. We know how much Sky hates us. And if I'm honest, the whole thing was grossly over-exaggerated because he said, I don't know what's happening at the end of the season, which is all he said, basically.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, I don't know what's happening at the end of the season. You know what I mean? He went on about it like he said, I'm off.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Darryl?
I kind of disagree a little bit with that one, but at the end of the day, Virgil's got to answer with honesty, and I think he did. I don't think he really put anything to spark that he's going. It's just that he answered the question properly. I'm pretty confident he's going to stay. I'm confident he's going to sign a new deal. So same as Trent, but the only one who I think's going is Mo.
Okay. JK.
I think anything that's being said by any player now is going to be blown up into this, that, and the other. And I think it's better that none of the players say anything to the press. I think it's like when a new manager comes in, if they said, "Oh, you've got Virgil van Dijk as your centre back," he's not going to say no. It's like he's the best centre back in the world. So for me, this topic shouldn't even be talked about. Like we got a Premier League to win, and Virgil is the captain of the club. So. And when you look at Virgil's stats compared to Saliba, for example, and other centre-backs in the Premier League, he's above everyone. So for me, him, Trent, Alisson and Salah need to stay to keep the spine of the team still intact. Because I think if all of them disappear and the new guy comes in and brings in a new bucket load of new players and then they ain't all settled down and then we end up being 7th, 8th, it isn't going to be a good look. But if the top dogs who are at the club, your Salah, your Virgil stay, then I think it's better for the new manager.
Okay, well, that's right. All right. So let's get on to this fella. Let's get on to this fella here. Him. Would you like to see him? Who would like to see him? Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
Lee.
Yep.
I'd love to see my favourite ever Liverpool player.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say Darryl, but Lee should come in now because I said Lee and Darryl answered. So
Sorry,
Lee,
Frank. Sorry, mate.
No, you're all right. Honestly, you're all right. I'm just being a little sarcastic. That's all. Or what you call Liverpool humour. Anyway, Lee, what do you think? This fella here.
I'd be happy with him as long as the owners do a full and exhaustive search for a new manager and don't only consider him, which I can't see happening. They're going to consider a number of candidates. I want them to be number crunched and analysed to the nth degree until we're absolutely sure of making the plunge for the next manager. Because if we get it wrong, we could be in lumber. We could get someone who destabilises and we'd struggle to get in the top 4 or something ludicrous even with this team. So we've got to get the right man, whoever it is.
Okay. All right, Darryl.
Yeah, as I said, I'd love to see Xavi. Alonso is our new manager, but as Lee said, you have to get it spot on with this club. You can't just pick one quickly and just say, yeah, it's going to work. It needs to be thought. Well, they should have been thinking of this since November, but I don't think they have, Frank.
No,
I think they've just sat around and waited. That's my opinion, but they have to get this right. It's got to be someone with from the knowledge.
I think you're right there because it's like bringing Michael Edwards back all of a sudden with Jurgen coming out and saying that, he's leaving at the end of the season. All the backroom staff are going as well. And then all of a sudden they've come out and went like, let's try and get Michael Edwards. Let's try and get him. Okay. JK, would you like to see this fella?
I would, because I think it's going to be. He's like a better Brendan Rodgers. You know, when Brendan Rodgers came into the team, came to the club, he was given I wouldn't say a lot of money, but he was given the club to do something with it. And I think Alonso is a better version of him, player wise and actually manager wise. I think Brendan did all right for what he was, but I think Alonso is a good project. The only thing I would say about Alonso is that, imagine he wins the Premier League with us and then wins the Champions League. Real Madrid will be straight away saying, you know what, we want this guy next. So for us, Alonso could leave after 3 years, 4 years. You don't know, you know. That is the only worry about choosing him. But when you look at football all in 2024, there's not a lot of world-class managers there, Frank, compared to the old days. You know, the old days, there was 10. You can choose any of them and they'll all do a job. But now there's 3 or 4, 5 maybe. People like Nagelsmann. Why is Nagelsmann's name even being mentioned? The guy's got jobs. What has he actually done in football? When you look at it all in all, he hasn't stamped his authority managerial-wise at all in the game. And he's been offered the Liverpool job.
I'm surprised. I'm not into him.
Say again, please, Lee.
I don't like him, that Nagelsmann. Wouldn't have
I don't.
Yeah, same as.
No, I don't.
His face. He's the type of. He's like, you know, when you get spoiled kids. He's like, he got the Bayern job. He's got the German job, and the next he's gonna get the Liverpool job. And I'm like, yo, is this guy born in the golden egg or something?
Whoa!
You know?
Stop there, Julian. We have Julian.
I'll tell you what, JK, I actually think it's out of 2 people. I think it's out of Alonso and Ruben Amorim. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, out of them 2.
But for me...
Well, I'd like to see Xabi. I'm being honest with you, because Xabi plays the same type of football that's being played at his club, Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen, he plays the same type of attacking football, same press, same everything. And I think that the Liverpool lads today, I'm talking about the team, was embracing. And he knows Liverpool. He loves Liverpool. He loves Liverpool like Klopp loves Liverpool, by the way. He loves it. And this was going back before Klopp says anything about leaving. And someone asked him, you know, I don't know whether it was Bills or whatever it was, you know, the German newspaper, Zeitung. And they turned around and asked him, you know, who'd you rather go to? Bayern, you know, or Liverpool? And he said, Liverpool. Just said it like that. Liverpool. Because he loves the place. He loves the fans. He loves the club. And he said that he'd feel at home at Liverpool if he ever became manager. He said if the opportunity ever came, and that's what he said. So yeah, you know, tactically, he'd be great. The fans would love him because the fans do just love Xabi Alonso. We were broken-hearted when he left. Don't forget, you know.
I was devastated.
Yeah.
Well, have you noticed all these Spanish managers are Basque? All these great Spanish managers like Guardiola, Emery, Alonso, Iraola, they all come from a small... They even come from a specific region of the Basque country, like Shankly, Matt Busby and Jock Stein were all born within 50 miles of each other in Scotland.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Well, after Schofield, I'll tell you who joins us, Ali Nus, the Romanian super fan, shall we say, super red, all the way from Romania, and he says, hello, gents. But Arthur Schofield says, let's not forget, guys, Jürgen is still with us, and there are 2 sides to every coin. Yeah, there are 2 sides to every coin, but it's what you believe in those 2 sides to every coin. And this is
I'm just going for a wee, Frank.
This is what it's all about, Arthur, you know. That's what it's all about, all what we're talking about. And Norman says, Tom Werner kidnapped Thiago. Tom Werner kidnapped Thiago, both not seen in years, like Lord Lucan and Shagar. If Alonso was to come in for sure and play the same style of football, but fix these stupid goals we give away from set pieces, I'll be happy with him. I'll be happy. My only problem I've had with Jürgen the last 8 years, very poor goals we gave away. Yeah, well, you know, it's a good thing.
No, we only let poor goals in. I can answer that. We never let good goals in. When you look at it, it's always a poor sort of ricochet. Maybe I wouldn't say a misplaced pass, just a shoddy goal. they never really scored belters against us or a good team goal, against us and stuff. And have you noticed there's always that guy who scored against us for Norwich, the defender. He hasn't scored at all for Norwich in 115 games or something. He ends up scoring at Anfield. Always happens, man. Always
but
happens.
You see, he never headed it. It's just his back.
It hit his back.
It's over there, Ali. That's crazy goal.
Crazy goal.
But that was a mad goal. It hit someone's back. He went up to head it and went over him, but it hit his back and went in. So that was a mad goal. Ali couldn't do much about it. And then their other goal was a worldie. And this is what you've got to look at, a worldie. That was a cracking goal by that lad. But anyway, he destroyed them, to be honest. And I've got no problems with the 5-2 scoreline, to be honest. But as Brian Edley says, we've got to stop leaking these goals. And everybody's been saying that, by the way. Everybody. And there's no benchmark to be. What's that?
Eric Ten Hag.
Say that again.
Eric Ten Hag.
Oh yeah. No benchmark. Yeah, you're right there, Jane. I'm sorry about that little abbreviation because it's.
But I think he will be gone by the end of the season.
Yeah,
definitely.
100%. He's not doing nothing.
Just imagine if he was to turn around and said to the Man United fans, "I'm going at the end of the season." They'd be celebrating, wouldn't they, every game?
Yep. That's why you don't mind them winning the odd game, because if they keep losing, he's gone. He would have gone a few months ago, and maybe a new guy comes in and shakes it all up and makes them strong. So sometimes them winning, it's not that bad. It's all right. Leave it. It keeps him in the job.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go through some of these comments, and then we'll discuss them. Norman says, whoever is our new manager will inherit some very talented young players. I was very impressed with McConnell's performance, like young Milner, aggressive and good passer. Mark Simons. Someone was saying on another podcast that Klopp and his wife have been developing a big property in Mainz, not far from the German FA HQ, and it's almost finished. Makes sense. There you go. Jeff Ellison, I would love Alonso back at Anfield. He's keeping Munich off the top, which is no mean feat.
Yep.
Very good point.
Get away. Get out. Fucking cat.
When my cat died, I was gutted that I've been shouting at him before he died. He died of old age at 20. He was nearly 20, but I couldn't sleep after he died for 2-3 days nearly because I've been shouting at him.
He just started eating my pizza.
Good. Give me. You want hair?
Listen, boys. Listen. Just please.
Animal Channel.
Anyway, Ali New says, Xabi or Zidane, best pick for us. That's what he says. Let me go through these. TW74, Alonso for me, Frank, with a top sporting director. Okay. Stephen Snape, Alonso's familiarity with the club, the city, and the fans makes him an almost automatic candidate. Xabi's always shown his affection for us, and there's two of the kids. They are the little Scousers. They are two of his kids born here. Ali Noose says, Anfield Road, Zidane won't manage in England. He has had no ambition of moving abroad. That's Zidane. Brian Edley, Jeff, what style of football is he playing? Is it anywhere near Jurgen's style, or is it a bit more labour? Cheers, mate. Ali Noose says, Anfield Road, you're right, never know. But if he will join, he will bring a lot of great players. I was waiting for a comment like this, to be honest, waiting for a comment. And what it is, you've still got the owners. You've still got the owners. And with Ali saying that he'll bring a new set of players, this is a damn. Have we got the money to buy the new players? Do you understand? And Liverpool could go. I'm not being funny, but we've got to bring in someone who knows our style of play. And Xabi knows our style of play because he's playing our style of play. This is what we've got to look at, because if someone comes in, anybody, say like, let's pick a name, like Tuchel, let's say he comes in, he's going to change the system. You know, you get used to a system. You've been playing for years. Now, there's the lads, there's Solobozlai, there's McAllister, there's Endo. You know, I'm just picking those three, right? Just picking those. They're getting used to the system that we're playing. If someone comes in next season, it starts all over again, a new system. And you've got to understand, or try to understand, how will it be? How will our new system be? And this is what a big problem for me. But I know
the wrong guy, do we, Frank?
No, well, this is the whole point of it. This is the whole point of it. But it's, you know, see, Brian says, Frank, how are Leverkusen at set pieces? You know, it drives me mad. I don't know, Brian. I really don't. I'm sorry. I just don't. Jeff Ellison, Tom Werner is dead. Derek Akara summoned him up on Most Haunted.
What have I started?
I was in a play, you know, and I played a ghost, believe it or not. It was like a parody of A Christmas Carol. And I played a ghost. Pete Price played another ghost, and Derek Akara the other one. It was all at the Empire. As I said, it was a ghost. But that's the way it is. Tom Werner is dead, and Derek, that's it, you see. And as Anthony Ross says, let's be frank, the way Jürgen is leaving the club in terms of academy structure and player pool, it's a great job for someone. I'd like Xabi because of his links and obvious ability. Right. JK, what do you think of that? What Anfield Raw says? I think it's a very good comment.
I think
does he fit? Look,
he fits.
You know,
yeah.
Hang on, just look at this. And one of my guests who comes on a Tuesday, he's been busy for the past few weeks as an author and he's a journalist. And he wrote that. The social one, right? And if you can read that there, why Jürgen Klopp was a perfect fit for Liverpool. We've got to bring in someone who'll be a perfect fit. And I've said all along about Xabi Alonso. Since the the statement that he's leaving, I just tear my head and went, bang, this fella here, simply because he knows how to play football, our football, attacking football. And that's what I said. And whether people go along with me or whatever, whether the owners bring in someone different, it's I don't know. So what you think? Well, okay, let's change now. Let's change the comments here. Right. So we spoke about him, and before I go on to the Chelsea game, I want your opinion on this.
Can I say one last thing about Alonso, Frank, before we move on? Do you think that if he could win the title, which is virtually impossible in Germany to take the title away from Munich, Klopp was the last man to do it in 2010, 11, and then 11, 12. Do you think if Xabi wins Leverkusen the title, that'll seal him the Liverpool job?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I think so. I really do, because even now he's gone. He's the only manager to take a team undefeated from the start of the season until now. No one's ever done it. Nobody, even Klopp, couldn't do it.
Mm.
So Leverkusen, look, they were languishing, and it's just like what Klopp did with Dortmund. They were languishing. Then all of a sudden, they won the league.
Yeah.
And this is the same. It's like a knock-on effect, shall we say? It's like a.
Can I say one more thing, Frank?
Of course you can.
Sorry, I was just going to bring it up with the Alonso thing with Leverkusen. That's one thing that Liverpool can't do. They can't wait till the end of each season's been finished. Yeah. In the next 4 weeks, in the next month, it's got to be announced. We've got a new manager. For me,
yeah,
we can't wait about. We've got to fill them spaces within a month.
Would you go along with what Daryl's just said, Lee? It's got to be announced that we do have a new manager, or do we wait until the end of the season?
I can wait till the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But they might have made the decision already, and we just don't know. But I can wait until the end. What
about you, JK?
Yeah, if they make a decision, they've got someone. Yeah, cool. As long as they don't mention our names, I think they've got to keep that stum, because imagine Alonso's got the job. Straight away, their fans are going to be annoyed. That's going to ruin their title chase. So I can wait until the end of the season. I think, you know what? We're a multi-billion pound company. We're not even a football club no. We're a company, and I think that decision is already made. I think we've already decided who we're going to go for or going to get. I do believe that, because I think they might have had an inkling about Klopp not wanting to carry on. So that would have got them busy since, say, October, November, when they found out. It's kept them busy, and I think they already know who they want.
Okay.
Just feel that.
Okay. Well, that's good, to be honest, because at least we know the score, don't we, about Xabi. And I think we're all in agreement. Are we in agreement that we'd like to see Xabi here?
Yeah.
I am. But I tell you who I really like. Ange Poster, the guy from Tottenham. Because what it is with him.
Go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say what it is with Ange is he's a Liverpool fan for a start, but he's got this big personality. He's a bit down to earth type of character, and he's a bit like Klopp, same as Thomas Frank from Brentford. For me, the Liverpool guy, he has to have a personality, and I think Alonso's personality, he isn't so boisterous and stuff, but you can't really. He's the type of guy you really wouldn't mess with. He's a smart guy, you know what I'm saying? So he's got a big enough personality to handle the Liverpool job. Other guys that are being mentioned, for me personally, I'm not really excited about. But for me, Ange from Tottenham and Alonso are my two guys I would go for.
They Spurs after 1 year, though.
No.
The thing is, I think that's his dream job, isn't it? The Liverpool job for the Tottenham guy. That's what it is. And he ain't going to get that chance again, maybe.
Can he do that level? Can he do our level?
I think he can.
Don't forget that Liverpool's at a level, right? You've got the likes of Manchester City. We were the only team that went and challenged Manchester City. We were the only team out of all the Premiership. And it's no different this season either. It's going to be Liverpool unless something drastically goes wrong with all this upheaval. Because it is, no matter what you call it, it's upheaval about the manager. It really is. And with the likes of Virgil coming out with this statement, also about the rumours involving Mo and also Trent as well. So it's not just that, Jurgen's leaving, all these mad rumours and statements and coming out of the player himself. But I don't blame Virgil by that statement, because as he says, will the new manager want me? Because he's thinking about tactics as well. He's thinking about tactics. He's thinking about his age. I think another 3 seasons of quality with him, to be honest. I really do. And don't forget, he's nowhere Thiago, where you get injuries and he's off for a year. He's not like that, or Navigator, or anyone like that. Yeah, Virgil's pivotal. He's one of our mainstay. He's one of the world's strongest spine in the team. The big centre half. We've got the greatest goalkeeper at the back of him as well, and we've got up front Mo Salah. That's your start. That's your spine of a great team, and the signs of a great team. If any of them go, right. I'm going to talk about the. I want your opinions now on young Bradley, and I'll start with you, Lee.
Brilliant. 2 assists. The one for McConnell was a peach. McConnell, get it right, Lee. And Bradley's 2, especially his second one where he just volleyed it in, and Gravenberch. I think that would be good for Gravenberch vis-a-vis his confidence, getting a goal, even though it was late on, because he hasn't been playing well. Getting a goal might just spur him on. And we've got like a few other players who look like they're coming into form. Curtis is, McAllister's back, Soberslai's back. We're hoping Endo's back soon. Did anyone see? Have Japan played Bahrain today?
Playing Wednesday.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Well, I hope Bahrain win, beat Japan, so Endo can be back for Arsenal.
That's like 1,000,000 to 1.
Well, okay. I asked you about young Bradley. I'm going to go to Jean Gray comments, but I want your opinion on this young. I'm going to you now, Darryl, and ends up with JK. Young Bradley, what did you think of him? Hang on, not just on Sunday against Norwich, but I'm talking about, he's played 4 games. What do you think of him overall?
Do you know what, Frank? Ever since he walked into that Arsenal game, I thought, wow, this kid is fantastic. Energy, speed, gets back. Unlike Trent does, he gets back young. Do you know what? This kid's got everything. For me, this kid's got everything. He's been man of the match for me the last three games he's played in. Superb.
Okay. JK.
Did we miss Trent? Not really. This guy came in, put a shift in, and I'll give him an 8 out of 10 for overall performances. 2 assists the other day. So I don't like to overhype the youth players, because what happens in the long run, people get disappointed and start moaning. So what I do, I just let them play their game, shows themselves what they're all about, and I'll tell you the truth, the guy's doing well.
Well, okay, I'm going to go to Jean. 2 comments here from Jean. And this one is here. Whoever we get, you just need to know. Whoever they approach for the team wants to play for our manager as well as play for the badge, in my opinion. What do you think of that, JK?
I would.
Whoever we get, the manager, what manager we get, we just need to know whoever they approach for the team wants to play for our manager as well as play for the badge.
I think Klopp had that pulling power. You want to play for Klopp. A lot of players around the world want to play for Klopp. But I think, as I always said, the club's bigger than the manager. Liverpool, you want to play for Liverpool, of course. I think a lot of guys want to play for Liverpool, and for me, we don't really need to sell that over what's Klopp. Klopp's brought us back to a level now where a lot of players want to play for us. I think before pre-Klopp, when we had the Brendan Rodgers era and all this, no big names will want to come to Liverpool. So Klopp's brought that back to Liverpool now, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We got knocked back by Phil Jones not long bore Jurgen came.
Yeah. What do you think, Daryl?
I just think whoever comes into this is has to be a person who obviously knows the club, has a passion, and like Xavi Alonso's the perfect choice, I think. And you don't want no people who don't want to play for the club anymore, who don't want to play for the badge, top class or not, world class or not. The club's bigger than anything else. If you don't want to play for the club anymore, move on.
Okay, Lee.
Hey, it's going to be a mad one if we draw Leverkusen in the Europa League, isn't it? Because they're quite good and probably will go to at least the semis. So it'll be a mad one if it's Klopp versus Xavi, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's a cracking little thing. And she just said, our team is sexy with potential to go far. But she's not talking about Liverpool here. You know what she's talking about? Us, me, you, JK, and the broken man.
There you go.
Oh my God, I'm not. You should count me off that list.
We're a sexy team.
She's on about
Only
Pep Linders. She's on about Pep Linders, man.
Oh, that's a good point, JK. On Pep Linders. I think he's going to get the Palace job.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I reckon.
Hang on, can I bring him up? God, blimey, you said, looking at, thanks, Jean Gray. But listen, Jean, I was only joking, and I know what you mean. I know what you mean about our team being sexy, and they are. They're a great side. And everyone could. Why didn't Pep Linders? I don't want Pep Linders. I do not want him. That's just me, because I don't know about Pep. I really don't. And as I said before, I reckon that this is just my opinion. Xabi Alonso fits it. It's just like Marios Manzos's book, about Jurgen Klopp. Why Klopp is the perfect fit for Liverpool. And Xabi knows Liverpool. He loves the city.
Yeah.
He was a great player for us. He's doing wonders at Bayer Leverkusen. He's doing wonders there. And he's broken records already because nobody has ever gone through it at the start of the season undefeated. No manager, even Jurgen himself, he's never done it. So you think about that, and he would be, and he plays the same type of football as us. Let's see what Sam Armus. Focus on the present, still in 4 competitions, and Klopp is here till then. Yeah, that's what we're doing there, Sam. That's what we're doing, mate. So, and as Gene says, let's go, guys.
Gene's positive.
Is that
He's cool.
the sexy part? Us. Anfield Ross says, TW74, how about this scenario, mate? Klopp wanted to leave. Ask FSG to let Linders take the reins, and FSG have gone back on this agreement, and that's why the whole staff are going. It's weird. There you go. Yeah, Snapey says, Leverkusen on us and double a brilliant final, that. Brian says, get the brain back, whoever his name was, get the brain back. That was Buvac.
Željko Buvac.
He was brilliant.
Mm.
Great tactician. And he has a big falling out with the big yeg, didn't he? He has a big falling out, if you remember. And the Anfield Roar, Frank is a sex machine.
He definitely is.
Yeah, what are you laughing at, Sal?
Frank's gone red. Frank's gone red.
Norman says Daryl wants Titty Kamara for the job.
Yes.
Okay, lads, let's talk about tomorrow's game while we're at it. Right, I'm going to go to you, JK. Okay. I want your back four for tomorrow.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to go Gomez left back, Bradley right back, Kanate and Virgil.
Okay. Lee, just your back four. Don't be going on about goalkeepers and forwards and midfielders and everything. Just your back four.
Trent, Ibu, Virgil, Robbo.
Right, okay. Daryl.
I've written mine down exactly the same as JK's.
Okay.
Same as JK. All right. Lee, your midfield.
McAllister, Gravenberch, and Jones.
Okay. Daryl.
McAllister, James, Thomas Line.
Okay. JK.
Oh, I'm just, there's one, I have one, is that a Gravenberch and Sabotla? The other two are McAllister, Jones. Sabotla looked good when he came on the other day, so I think I'm going to go with him. Even though Gravenberch got 7 interceptions in the last game, he got stuck in a bit. So I was impressed with him that day. I think he played okay. But I'll
We
probably
got
go with Sabotla.
we got the same team, JK.
Yeah? There you go.
Yeah, I reckon.
Great minds think alike.
Okay, so JK, what is it? You know, what is your midfield? Say it again.
I'm going to go with McAllister, Jones, Sabotla.
Okay. I'm going to leave it with you there, JK. Your forward line.
I'm going Darwin, Yotta, Diaz.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, well, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going. Hang on a minute. Anfield Ross. Norman says Frank wants to do a Babe Station review. What's Babe Station, by the way? What is it?
It's a porno.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the end of me then. The end of me. Oh. John, and he comes in and says, Frank and guess we had nearly 10 glorious years out of this god of a man. But we have to remember that Liverpool FC is Liverpool. He's just a guardian, as the owners are. The club always be there. Our club will always be there. John, we said that before. No one was bigger than the club, not even Jurgen Klopp. Shankly wasn't even as big as the club. And no one, even Bob Paisley, Kenny Dalglish, any of them. Nobody is bigger than the club. And that's here. That's with us all here, right there in the heart. Nobody is bigger than our club. And nobody is better than our fans either. We all have opinions. We can all have a little spate at each other, but we all want our club to do gloriously well. It's as simple as that. That's why we're Liverpool fans. That's why we want the best. That's why we want the best manager to take over this great man, Klopp. This great man. And that's what we want. And this is all what it's all about. Some people get us wrong sometimes, which is... Anyway, Stephen Snape says, an energised Liverpool will be too much for Chelsea tomorrow. hit the form early and we'll obliterate the King's Road cretins.
I like when we beat Chelsea.
Oh, come on. Everyone's going on about this bloody babe station. Right, Paisley is our greatest manager, and in my view, the best football manager anywhere ever been. I agree entirely. I said that the other day. Nobody could have. That Ferguson, he could never emulate. The only thing Ferguson wanted was to emulate Bob Paisley. What you've got to understand about Bob Paisley at the time, Bob Paisley was the only manager in European football to win the European Cup 3 times with the same club. No one else did it, only Bob. And what you also got to look at is this, that Bob Paisley won the European Cup, as I said, 3 times. And out of them 3 times, you had to be champions of your league. No finishing seconds and thirds and fourth like it is today, Champions League, and going through. It was all knockout. It was all knockout.
Yeah.
This is why Paisley was a very shrewd man, a quiet man, but ruthless nevertheless. And he was a great, great manager. And it was he who looked at players and he who brought them in. His last purchase, no, it wasn't. Shankly's last purchase was Ray Kennedy. And what did he do? He as a forward, and he pulled him back. He said, "You're playing in midfield." And Ray Kennedy, he hardly gets mentioned, Ray, albeit he was when someone mentions him, oh yeah, Kennedy was brilliant, but he hardly ever gets mentioned.
Frank, Bob Paisley said himself that Ray Kennedy was the one player he had that the foreign managers inquired about the most to buy. He said none of the other Liverpool players really got asked about it as much as Ray. He said, but foreign managers asked me about Ray quite a lot, but I didn't sell him.
I don't know what this means. Anthony Ross says, Frank having a Tommy outside St. George's Hall. I don't know what that I don't get that, to be honest.
Tom Tit shit.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm useless now. I thought it was a never mind. Anyway, I don't get these little things. And as Norman says, Paisley 3 times in 9 seasons. Whiskey Nose 2 times in 26 seasons, and he wins the European Cup. Yes.
Come on, folks. What's 3 times 9? 27.
Yeah.
Frank, you didn't tell us your team.
Sorry?
You didn't tell us your team, who you want at the back and midfield.
No, I'll tell you my team.
Okay. All our front 3.
I want Brad. I don't want. I'm being honest with you here. I don't want Robbo on the left. And I'd rather have young Bradley on the right. I want to see him up against, a side that we can say this kid is going to be or is great, if you know what I mean. And the Chelsea team will be able to have he's quick, he's very quick. He can tackle.
Yeah.
He's brilliant at getting the ball and taking it away. Look at what he did the other day on the right wing when he took that lad out. He went down the wing, passed it, got the ball back, crossed it over for Nunes, goal.
Perfect.
That was
football.
It was. So that's it. And I'd rather with Gomez on the left.
Okay, yeah.
And Virgil centre. And Gomez on the left, because Gomez has been a revelation. He really has been a revelation.
You want him there to mark Sterling, do you, Frank? You want Gomez there to mark Sterling specifically?
Yeah. The thing is, as well, Lee, as you know, he's very quick. He's very, he's very, very quick as Gomez. So, yeah, I'd rather see him there. rather than.
Sterling is right-footed rather than left-footed, and you don't forget.
Yeah, I know that, but he's been playing brilliant at left back. Point is, Sterling, you know, he could take him out. Gomez could take him out, to be honest.
And you're right there, Frank, with what Lee just said. Frank. Joe Gomez had Saka in his pocket, so he can certainly have Sterling in his pocket.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm not being funny. You know, you asked me what my team was. Now, when I asked Lee what his team was, he just went through. When I asked you, Darryl, just went through. And when I asked JK, it just went through. Every time I mention a player, I get everyone's into it. I'm just trying to give you my team, then you can comment. So without them, I'd have Gomez and young Bradley left and right, Canete and Reg is the centre, right in the centre. My Szoboszlai, this is my midfield. McAllister, Jones. That's my midfield, right? Up front, Nunes. Nunes on the left. You've got to play him. Or, you know, you can play Jota on the left. Doesn't matter. But as long as Nunes plays, because he's getting nearer and nearer to his best, that lad. And I'm telling you now, those shots he has, the goalkeepers in the last few games, and I mean the last few games, has made some fantastic, worldy saves. Worldy. Well worthy of Alisson, to be honest, some of the saves from Nunes. And one day, they're all going to go in. And you might see him get a hat-trick, or possibly 4. But Nunes. Do I play Jota? Yes. You play Jota. He's a natural goal scorer. He finishes. He's so quick. He's deceiving how quick he is. He's very deceiving. If he sees a loose ball, bang, he's in there. He's in. And he scored, that goal he scored against Norwich was a cracker. The ball came over his shoulder and wallop, back of the net. All right, he missed a couple of chances where, you know, he blasted them over the bar. Same place as well, the same place, as you know.
Can I pick up Darryl on something, Frank?
Yeah, of course.
Darryl, you said Gomez pocketed Saka. He did, but Saka's left-footed, so he was attacking Joe on Joe's right foot. Sterling's right-footed, and he'll be attacking Joe on Joe's left foot. So I might rather see Robbo and Gomez at right back, or just rest Gomez and play Bradley. What do you think?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I kind of agree, but Gomez is left and right-footed. He can play with both feet. That's why I think it's perfect.
Do you know who we haven't picked? Right.
Diaz.
Yeah. I was going to pick him anyway. Who we've left out, both in midfield and whatever, forwards, I don't know where the likes of Gatko plays. I haven't a clue whether it's midfield or forward. And I don't think Klopp knows where to play him. And Gravenberch. So there's that's our best 3 in midfield, in my opinion. It's Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones has absolutely been brilliant this season. He was brilliant the back end of last season, and he's carried his form right through. McAllister is starting to come into his best. Szoboszlai the other night was, I thought, well, the other day, I thought he was great when he came on. Szoboszlai is a very clever player, and that's my midfield, to be honest. Anyway, Jean Gray says 4-1 with Jota brace, Darweezy, Elliott, Enzo goals tomorrow.
Good shout.
Okay, no, it is. And John says, well spoken, Frank. We have the most passionate fan base on this planet. Art on sleeves, absolutely. couldn't put that better myself, to be honest, John. Well said, mate. Anfield Ross says Chelsea are up and down with the form, but are dangerous. So right. Brian says, Mr. Tierney, lads, let's not forget, he has the whistle tomorrow night, and can you believe Coote is on VAR? Is that Cooper fella?
Yeah,
Coote,
David Coote is on VAR Sunday against Arsenal.
yeah, on Sunday after, yeah. Paul Turner, even Fergie didn't get 3 European Cups. Bob got 3 in 9 years. Ali Nush, Romanian lad. I think Gomez deserves to stay in the side, says Norma. Absolutely. Jeff Ellison. Conor Bradley is better marker and tackler than Trent. He never stops. That's a great comment. That's what I was trying to say before, to be honest, yeah. Jean Gray, bring on Robbo if Bradley is struggling. Otherwise, not until the 75th minute for me. Yeah, no one's saying, not to bring on Robertson, to be honest, Jean. But that's my starting. See, don't forget, it's not Bradley. It's Gomez at left back for me. And that's Robertson's position. Don't forget, he's had a terrible injury, and he's got to get up to match fitness. He really has. Snakey says 60 months, 3 European Cups, including its retention in 78, tagged less than 1 per decade. It's like comparing Rolf Harris to Picasso. Tonight's proof positive. Our club's interest in our DNA. Of course it is. It is in our DNA.
No Picasso, was he?
That's a good point by Norman. Diaz is starting to, show signs. You know what I mean? The signs of good form. And John says, and then Thiago too slow the game, and he does slow the game down. I don't know about anybody else. Can I just say this before? If you haven't subscribed, can you please subscribe to the channel to get the algorithm out there? And there's another thing as well. The likes of YouTube, they take away subscriptions. They take them away so that, people will, so make sure that you've subscribed, albeit that you've subscribed, but just have a go and subscribe if you don't see your name there. If it's got subscribe or subscribed, you don't have to if it's subscribed, because I know that what it was said was it's YouTube themselves to see how many people are actually looking in and whatever, and that's why they unsubscribe you unbeknown to us. So that's why people like myself and I watch these other political programs. And they'd say the same, subscribe again if you don't see your name there, it just tells you to subscribe. Or, if you're already subscribed, that's fine, as long as it's there, subscribed. Okay, that's all I'm saying on it. Thank you so much. I'd love you to get the algorithm up there, because this is your show. We try to tell it. I think Anfield Raw's coming on Thursday, boys. The link's going to be sent out to them, so that'll be good.
Nice to meet him.
Yeah, look. Yeah, no, Norman says, Frank, it keeps taking my subscribe away and my likes.
There's something wrong with it at the moment, isn't there?
Well, that's what they're doing. I had loads of subscriptions, and it was great, I was made up. Even Jason, the producer, he said, have you seen it? I said, no. And he looked, bang, oh, that's great. And all of a sudden, he went right down. And that's why then I was listening. I just thought people, sod him, he's useless. The panel's useless. But then I was listening to especially a couple of pods actually, football pods, and then the usual political pods, and it was the political pods who was saying, and this is what Norman's just said as well. Frank keeps taking my subscribe away. And my like, what are you laughing at?
Lee's eating ginger nuts and drinking milk.
Chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip cookies.
Because Norman says, it's only that I know you're on. I have to resub. Do you see what I mean? And Jeff Ellison says, check your lottery tickets, lad. Someone in the UK has won a share of 123 million.
Wow.
Bloody hell. Someone in the UK. Is that the lottery? Oh, look at that lovely Jean Grey. You got my sub tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jean Grey, Mark 2. Well, to me, Jean, you're Mark 1. Jean Grey.
That's a good one.
Snaify's going. Good night, all, one and all. Lots of blubber into my Orlics while listening to idle voice. We love you, Jürgen, lad. That's nice. That's lovely, that. That's lovely, that. Idle voice. Right. Tony LFC, I think he's putting his thing up as, thumbs up that he's, pressed the likes and subscribed. I always check your channel for up and coming shows, Frank says Paul Turner. Thank you so much. And Stephen Snape, send us a link, Frank. I'll sneak on if that's permissible. I will do, but it's up to Jason. It might be this Thursday, but definitely have you on, Sir Stephen. Definitely. And could buy Bellingham with that. You could buy that Babe Station as well. But someone
You're on it tonight, Frank.
I don't know what it is. Honestly.
Subscriptions have risen.
Yeah, listening to you, but you're there. Anyway, Anfield Road says Jean Grey. I'm here to support all LFC platforms, babe. Family, that's it. You never walk alone. I'm glad you stopped that, babe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Jean's cool. She's a good, positive Liverpool supporter like this, guys.
I remember Jean from I think it's Ends Man. Man's channel, yeah. I've had a load of Jean many times on there.
Paul Turner says, Frank, have you ever met Darren Farley? No, I haven't. I haven't met him. I've met
He's brilliant.
I've had a drink with many, many great Liverpool supporters, to be honest. I really am surprised you who I've had a drink with and called friends. And I can't believe that photo of Lime Street last night, Frank, says Norman. Yeah, it was fantastic, wasn't it? I'll do a history show and no one comes on it. None of you lot come on it. Only JK sometimes.
I'm not very good at history, Frank.
No, you don't. It's all about history. It's all about Liverpool history. And I don't mean
a couple of times. I'd like to make a few comments, but I can't always get in.
You can. And Snakey says, Babe Station's full of cunning linguistics, Frank. It'll be right up your collection, Ali. I'll have to have it. I said,
into Bicky Station. Look, Bicky Station. Look at it. Oh.
Norman says, when's the next film review? Been watching a lot of Brian's NFA films lately. Thursday morning, 10:30. That's the next one. I think you're sweet, Frank. Folk can't join live chat without subscribing, says John. Thank you. That's nice. But anyway, lads, I've got to have your predictions now. And everybody that's out there, please just throw in your predictions for tomorrow night, please. And I'm starting with you, JK.
Okay, I'm going to go for a 2-0, Darwin and Jota.
Okay, Lee.
I'll go for 4-1. I'll go for 4-1 against Chelsea. Same as Gene.
Okay. Anfield Ross says, love Jean Gray Mark II. She's great, and I'm so pleased you're back. As Stephen Snape says, 3-0. He gives Darryl.
Well, can I just say, first of all, me, JK and Frank all predicted the same lineup.
There you go.
And do we all in agreement that Trent plays Sunday instead? Because I think that.
Yeah.
Well,
Agreed? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going tomorrow 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, TW74, he comes out and says 3-2. He says 3-2. And that's lovely. That Jean Grey Mark II. I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you
Well, we
so
love you
much.
too, Jane.
Bless
And we
you.
love you too. Definitely, Jean Grey. We certainly do, sweetheart. And get your rest back, your little wrist better as well. I don't like anyone in pain. I really don't. I'm in pain here, sitting here, Got this pain down my left. It kills me because of
Look at my finger, Frank.
Wow, yeah. That's
Look how
horrible.
fat it's got, like the level one. Still broke.
Yeah. It's horrible. Anyone in pain. Tony LFC 2-1. And Paul Turner says, I'm going 3 apiece. Jota 3, Diaz 3, and Nuno.
Can I ask
I'll tell you.
Can I ask the people who didn't put Trent and Robbo in from the start how many minutes they give Trent and Robbo each versus Chelsea?
Half an hour for Trent.
Yeah, same here. But say about I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes for Robbo as well. To be honest, that's what I'd give.
I don't want Trent getting injured again straight away, so that's why I'll give him just the 30 at the end.
Okay. Well, John says 3-0, clean sheet. Shabit. 3-1 for us, says Arthur Schofield.
That's what I said.
And bad wrist. Oh, stop.
You stole my joke there. I was going to do that one, Snapey.
I just want to send an apology, Frank.
Go on.
Do you want to say an apology for pestering you all week?
Yeah, I was going through a bad time, I'm being honest. But I'll let you know about it, privately.
Yeah, but I'm sorry for pestering you all week, mate. I'd just like to talk to people like yourself. That's all.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. And do you know what? I know Anfield Ross says, Snapey, a lot of them remotes it. And when the old woman walks in, what's this? No, when you text them, I text a lot. And I've got this pain in my right arm. And it's something tight. I forget what it's called. But anyway, and I've got that. I broke my neck years ago, didn't I? And it's getting worse. So here in my neck, all these nerves. That's who I need. I don't believe it. Only need Spider-Man, don't I? But it gets to me left-hand side, and my left-hand side's absolutely killing me. So I do know, I really do know that I would start Trent, but stick with Gomez at left back. Chelsea always make it tough for us. Trent passing might be okay. You're right there, Norman. You're right there, Norman. And now Gene says, I'll be seeking compo. I tripped over a street maintenance sign, laying on the road pavement in the dark once I get rid of the pain. No, do that. Do that, Gene. Do that, sweetheart. You know, because you shouldn't be.
Gene, that sounds a bit like Uncle Albert out of Fools and Horses.
But I'm just saying there, you know, any sort of street furniture, which it is, you shouldn't fall over it, and it shouldn't be lying flat on the street.
Compo. Compo.
So go in there, sort of for yourself, and look, I'm going to end tonight. As Brian Edley says, madman, absolute madman. Great crack, keep them coming, matey. Hope you got the other one.
Oh, I know what he's on about. Me and Brian are ordering a new mask.
John says, Frank, can you imagine the Anfield last game with VGG picking up our third trophy off and a Euro final to win as well? Absolutely, John. Absolutely. And CW74, thanks, gents. Great show as usual. You'll never walk alone. Thank you.
Cheers.
Honestly, you know, we really appreciate that. We're only Liverpool supporters. We do our best. We try to go through every comment. Obviously, we couldn't go through all the comments because there was millions of comments, to be honest. But we got through a loads of them, including these mad little comments. Great show again. The team tonight, Babe Station.
What's Frankie's prediction?
Oh, yeah, I never gave you it, did I? 2-0.
Yeah, same as me.
Nice. Keep a clean sheet, I hope, then. That'd be nice.
Same prediction.
What did you say, JK?
I was just saying, same team, same prediction, bro.
Yeah,
I like that.
Absolutely. And I think it's... So are we all agreed on a Liverpool win, by the way?
Yeah. Every game.
If there's no more media talk and shit coming up tomorrow, then yeah.
Okay. Norman says Jurgen Klopp is a Liverpool legend. We all love him, but we love Liverpool more. Absolutely, but of course we do. That's a good shout, that, Norman. One of my favourite Liverpool channels, Frank. You never walk up. Oh, thank you, Paul. I really appreciate that. Honestly,
Daryl's masks. He likes Daryl's masks.
Yeah.
Get one of them dead president ones, like in the film Point Break with Patrick Swayze, and
it's gonna be a surprise next week. Trust me.
It's gonna be Klopp. It's gonna be Klopp.
There's been a lot of Nixon ones, hasn't there? And Ronald Reagan masks.
Yeah, Reagan.
They all sold for a lot of money as well, them Nixon masks.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, that's who it was. Keanu Reeves was the copper, and Patrick Swayze is a surfer who robs banks as well or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's called
It's a good film. Seemed unlikely a surfing robber.
God blimey. I've got to finish. You're going that way. We can talk about that on Thursday morning at 10:30. I just want to finish off with these wonderful comments that we're getting through. Jean Gray, Depot, thanks, gents, for a great first stream with you. I look forward to the next. Much love, my LFC family. Love you. You'll never walk alone. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
Isn't that a lovely comment from that lady there?
She sounds like a lovely lady.
Oh, Jean's blessed. She's cool. She's cool, man.
Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. God blimey. You know, like, thank you, Jean. Thank you so much. As I said, you're Jean Mark 1 for Jean Mark 1. I'll have you on here, Jean, if you ever want to come on, like any of the lads here. Anyone is going. I know that anyone, if you ever want to come on, I'll have you on. I'll get you a thing out. You're only like us. You can verbally say what you need to say as well. You can disagree. Mind you, you disagree to me because there's Lee saying he wants Robbo at left back and he wants Trent at right back as well. So, but you know, there's no animosity. There's nothing there. Just we think he's talking through his backside sometimes. I'm only joking, Lee.
Lee, I tell you what, Lee's maybe want biscuits in the coffee now.
Ryan Edley says 3-1 franchise, lads. Stay safe, keep the heads up. You'll never walk alone. Think this is a Nunes starting now. Yes. And
same as me.
Yeah, Klopp did his job well. He was paid well for it. If he feels to let him leave, says Ali Nusar, Romanian red, all the way out there. It's brilliant channel. I'm getting Lee's laugh as a ringtone, says Norman. I tell you, you just heard, you know, JK in the background. He's got a cracking little laugh. He goes,
little squeak. Sounds like a little mouse.
Damn.
I'm gonna leave it on. I'm gonna leave it now, lads, and I'm gonna leave it on that lovely Jean Gray Mark 2, Mark 1 for us, and she says thank you for 3 X's. Now don't forget, we're back on Thursday evening, same time, 8 o'clock. We'll be reviewing the game that's going to be played tomorrow night, right? So we'll be, you know, give it a posting. That's it. Okay.
What about films? Films this week? What about any films this week?
Just watch them. I've got a couple to talk about.
Thursday.
I forgot the title actually. Anyway, I've got and if you're into your films and TV, tune in on Thursday morning, 10:30. And listen to us talk about films and whatever. If you're into history, tune into my show on Monday night, 8 o'clock, when I have great guests. I'll tell you who I've got on next week. John McCardle. You know John? Billy Corkill from Brookside. And he's still
no way.
Yeah, I've got him on. He's a good friend of mine, actually. So I've got him on. And he's a big red.
Way.
Yeah, I've got him on. He's a big red as well.
Can you get his autograph for me, Frank?
Well, he won't be here with me. He doesn't live in Liverpool. But yeah, no, hang on a minute. I'll ask him to send it through to me. Is that okay?
Yeah, because Brookside was one of my favourite ever programmes. Jimmy Corkle, all of them, digging up the garden. I watched loads of series. I loved it.
Yeah.
Sinbad.
Well, anyway.
Sinbad.
Right, Nicky Stark, yeah. Well, if you ever look at my show, the beginning, just the beginning where the countdown is, you'll see Mickey Stark. You'll see me in the middle of Sinbad, as we call him. And
I watched that.
And Jake, poor Jake, who passed away a couple of months ago. You see me in the middle because I have guests.
Mhm.
You know, the likes of Stan Boardman. You see him on Neil Fitzmaurice as well. These are all friends of mine. They're all great actors. All great actors. Great.
Yeah, Stan Boardman. I seen that intro, and there was a guy there. I was like, I know his face, and that's Stan Boardman. Yeah.
Yes, Stan Boardman, yeah.
Yeah,
And there's
yeah.
one who's standing behind me, seems to be standing behind. That's Neil Fitzmaurice. Great actor, Neil.
Frank,
Brilliant actor.
have you ever met the actor Stephen Walters from Liverpool?
No.
He was in 51st State, and he was in Hannibal Rising. And, do you know what I mean? He's small.
No, the only Stephen, the Stephen Fletcher who I know, he's an actor, producer, director, and everything else. And Stephen Graham, obviously.
Yeah.
We met him loads of times, and really nice fella as well. So I had a drink with him as well, Went to his party. It was his birthday, and I went up, and
I love Stephen Graham.
it's good.
Steve
Die Bonza,
Walters.
Skippy, Stan Boardman. Oh, look. Go on with your bad self. Love Jimmy. Yeah, he died. That's who John and I will be talking about. Is Jimmy Corkill, Dean O'Sullivan, cracking lad, really good. I'll just give you a little thing about him. What happened? I was out one night, me and Dino, with other people, and they got off. I think it was after a show, a play. Anyway, we were walking down, and we were by the Empire and Hanover Street, and we came out. He was in there, and we come out. And these two girls, were walking down, and they went, "It's Jimmy Corkin." And he looked at me like, "Hello, girls, how are you?" I said, "Can we take a photograph of you?" He said, "Yeah, okay." And anyway, she went like that. The girl went out to me. She said, "Hey, you take the photograph of us." And he went, "No, Frank, quick. I want you in on the photograph." I said, "Well, there's no one to take it, is there? You haven't stopped someone in the street." And this girl went like, "No, I'm going to take it. I don't know who you are." And I went, "Okay." I took the photograph. They're just some of the mad things, that's happened. And
It's just memories, Frank. You love the memories.
Yeah. I remember Damien and Brookie. Yeah, and I remember him as well. He did a DVD, and he said, "I'm going to review it." So anyway, he went to review it. Simon, wasn't it Simon, whatever the bloody name was? O'Brien. And he reviews it. He gave it a good review. And I said, "Will you give that as a prize to somebody?" And he went, "Yeah." And he gave it to his mother. Gave it to his mother. I wanted to give it to someone, Anyway. So listen, lads, I've got to finish.
Silence.
I've got to finish.
Top show.
Have you enjoyed tonight, by the way?
Oh, it's been good. Aston Villa lost.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll see you on Thursday. Okay, we'll talk about that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Hope to see you all on Thursday as well. That'll be good. It will be good. Let's
send me a message. Send me a message, Frank.
Will do. Don't worry.
Talk to me if you want to talk.
Okay, will do. All right. So it's don't forget Thursday, and for all you historians, it's next Monday, and for all you film and TV pundits, Thursday morning, 10 o'clock, and we'll see you there. Oh, Ian McKay, look, he's just come out. Look, up the red. Very just seeing us. Going now. But anyway, thanks a lot, lads. And
have a good night, Frank.
Subscribe. Thank you, Darryl. Thank you, Nate. And our mate over there, JK. Thank you so much.
Holla, man.
See you all on Thursday.
You're welcome, bro.
See you later, Holler Man.
Hey, bro.
Don't forget,
Hey,
JK,
bro.
Thursday morning, you're on with the TV and film review, okay?
No worries, man. No worries, bro.
Excellent. All right,
100%.
mate. See you then. I'll see you, Darryl. See you, JK. See you, everybody
care.
on this. Thank you so much. Hope to see you all on Thursday.
Night, Lee.
Right, Darryl.
As the Italians would say, ci vediamo. Ciao tutti. Ciao bella.
Ciao, Bella.